God dang cave frog in the house again, boy. I tell you what, it's been a while, man, but I'll tell you what, your name rings bells, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, look, I like it, man. I like it, man. I've been following you ever since we did the first video, man, and, you know, I can tell you pretty much got a good sense of humor like I do, you know what I mean, pertaining to certain things. But look, you got a YouTube channel jumping. You've been dropping some content lately, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to put it out there. Yeah, I got a little thing going right now.
Yeah, and you got look, you're known for the whole I mean the amount of cell phone footage you got from the penitentiary is unlike any other. The only person that got more cell phone footage from prison is like this there's a I think it's a Mexican channel, YouTuber. He does nothing but Spanish, but he does his whole bid from prison. I don't know if you've seen it,
Oh
but
no, I ain't see him. I gotta follow him.
yeah, I don't really watch it too much because it's all in Spanish. I don't know no Spanish, but it's still interesting, man. Some of the stuff that they do.
Well, I got that volume 3 coming.
Yeah, and that's what we're gonna talk about. The volume 3, ladies and gentlemen. He has a wealth of footage from prison, Florida penitentiary. You know, a lot of people have been on the show from Florida, and they know Old Frog, man, and that's what I want to be talking about a little bit before we get into your channel, man. But I want to ask you one thing, man, because I see it in your videos, you know, and I understand it. It might be an East Coast thing. It's nationwide. Just in some places you might not hear it more as others, you know. White dudes in the system dropping the N bombs, man. You know, I see it as I see it in your videos. I'm like, damn, not even in Virginia were they allowed to be doing that, bro. So, you know. Was that a common thing in there, or was it just a cave frog thing?
I mean, no, it's actually a common thing.
Really?
Yeah, like it goes on a lot. Like it ain't just me that says it.
Yeah.
You know, like you did the interview with Pino. You see, Pino says it too.
Oh yeah. I can tell Pino drops some joints left and right. You know, but
it's just a common thing. Everybody basically says it. It's just they test who they want to test about it, basically.
Yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you about next. It's a cultural thing from where you go, you know. There were some prisons. I was in level 2 where white dudes was saying it, and I went to other levels and that shit wasn't flying. You know, I got checked with that because I went into the system still talking like the streets and shit, and I got checked in jail, man. And ever since then, I was like, I ain't even gonna bother with it no more. You know what I mean?
I've been checked a few times. Like I ain't gonna lie, I had some people test me about it, but
yeah,
you know, it comes out because it's in me, so I can't really. You know what I'm saying?
Well, they can't really do nothing when they see that big ass banger you're carrying around all goddamn day, man.
Right? It's all about shit bigger.
Hey, look, I know that video with you jabbing that. What is that? A goose, man? What was that thing in there?
No, that's a sand crane.
A sand crane, man. Look, ladies and gentlemen, he has a video. There's where the hell were you at? Just outside the fence or something in the yard or what?
No, I was in an open bay dorm at that time. The bird was on the outside of my window.
Open bay dorm
like
and the
bird like pecking at my window trying to get like bread. So I just,
but look, hold on. So what was it, like an open window or something? Because that joint was going through, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just like a metal steel like fence, basically. Like it had the same pattern as like a basketball net, but it was steel, so it had them holes in it.
Yeah. I can't remember. I wasn't looking closely at it, but that shit was funny as hell, man.
Okay. Bugs fly in and everything. Like
they don't have a little plastic shield there?
Nah,
nothing that you can flap over it?
Nah, they have the actual window that slides down though, the over it, you know, like the glass part. Yeah. But when you open it, you know, it's the steel instead of actual screen.
Yeah, that was a funny ass video though, man.
Them things are protected though. Them birds are protected.
I believe it, man. What a part, like a kind of like an endangered species type thing out there in Florida. Maybe not endangered, but you know they look at them like that.
Yeah, and then at one point, them same birds gave the whole compound scabies, and they had the whole compound quarantined, like breaking all the dorms down and everything. Had like quarantine dorms for them birds. Them same birds right there, they got like scabies.
Damn sand cranes, man. That's crazy. And look, I almost got.
And their legs, their knees, how our knees bend, theirs bend backwards like that, like inwards, and they sleep on one leg with the other leg up in the air, like a flamingo kind of.
That Jay sleep posted up, bro.
Yeah, you feel me? Yeah.
And look, I almost got into some shit at a level 2 prison, man, because there were seagulls and ducks that came around the chow hall all damn day, man. And people get mad feeding them, right? I used to have the ducks following me all the way to the dorm, man. I'm talking about a whole fleet of ducks. I
Yeah.
almost got in a fight behind that shit, man. I was like, look, I'm not gonna stop feeding the ducks, bro. You ain't gonna press up on me. And then they made a rule in the prison: you can't feed these joints because they were shitting everywhere. They were shitting all over the place, you know. So that was
We
the
had
end of it.
we had cats on the outside of our chow hall with
Damn.
kittens. There's kittens and all the old schools and old timers that been in there forever. You know, they name them, they feed them, they.
Yeah, but look, I want to talk about how you met some dudes, man, because it seems like what was it, Pino
Yeah.
and Shine, right?
Yeah.
They both said they met you in the system, man. Let's start with Pino, man. And it sounded like they were both going through some shit when you met them. You know, y'all had a little shit going on or whatever. You know, how'd you meet Pino, man?
That's my dog. Like, all right, like when I first met him or whatnot, we was in the dorm together. I guess it was his second bid. This my first bid at the time. So, and you know, there's tension in the dorm. There's like people are rah-rah going back and forth. And when I look over, here he goes. He's over here. You know, he's trying to hold his own. You know, he got some pressure with a couple dudes. So he telling the man, tighten up, grid, tighten me up, grid. So, you know, I'm sitting there like, all right, you know, I'm gonna respect, you know, anybody that gonna stand up for themselves.
Yeah.
So at the same time, while he go upstairs to grid the dude or whatever, when he go in the room, the other dude look over the top tier and he's like, you know, like they finna jump him or something.
Oh,
like
they
that.
gave him the green light to come on up.
Yeah. So then when the other dude ran up or whatever, grabbing, like tying his short string, ran upstairs real quick. You know, I ain't even like them dudes from the get-go because we had gotten an argument over the pettiest shit. We got an argument over the Jim Jones line. And the Jim Jones line, we got an argument. You know what I'm saying? So if Pino ain't bust him, I was gonna bust him one day. So regardless, so it was like the perfect timing. So when I seen they were gonna jump him or whatnot, I jumped up, ran upstairs real quick, and went in the room with him and told him, "Oh, it ain't going down like that. You feel me? You might as well grid me then. I was finna fight the other one." And they were like, "Oh, this ain't got shit to do with you." So I pushed them. Was like, "Bro, you might as well tighten me up then. Y'all ain't finna jump the man straight like that." Da, da, da. And then it went down from there. And then ever since then, me and him was like, we were just vibing. You feel me? And then I ran into him like 2 other times too, and stuff like that. But it's always been nothing but love every time I like ran into him, and you know we fought with each other on the street.
Damn right, man. And you didn't even know the cat.
Nah, I just liked the way that he was carrying himself, and like I said, I was gonna bust him anyways. So it was like whether or not I helped him, he helped me too, because it would have been me they were gonna try to jump.
You know what's funny, man? Look, you say, how long was he in the block before this happened?
Pino?
Yeah.
He was there before me.
Oh, so how long were you in there?
I was in there probably like not even 40 days, maybe just like 20 something days, 30 something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I carried myself to myself. I didn't really, me and Pino, we see each other, but
you feeling things out a little bit. You
feeling things out. You observe everybody. You feel who not to mess. You know, you peep your surroundings at first.
Yeah, look, I got something funny about that shit. And I know a lot of dudes, they might not admit it, but this, you know, when you get into a block, man, there might be a loudmouth dude or something like that, and he looks like someone you can vibe with, and y'all might be connecting a little bit, like, a couple glances at each other every now and then. You don't know what you don't know him, but you know, like, that's my homeboy, right? He's gonna be my homeboy. You know what I mean? And that's how you look at it, man, because you got to feel things out. You got to observe, but you don't want to be the first one to say, "Hey, you want to be my friend?" type shit. You know what I mean? But it happens. It just falls into place like that in prison, and it's kind of like I don't know, man, just like some kind of friend attraction or some shit. It just is. It's just you just drawn to some certain people,
like it just draws you in, like something that just y'all connect. You know what I'm saying?
Man. But you feel the vibes, man.
At the same time, I didn't know Pino and him had pressure before. See, he was already in the block. All right, he was there with Pino when I wasn't. He went to outside court. So I came there now, and I guess him and Pino got into it before that, and he didn't want no pressure with Pino. But then once he came back into the quad, it was around the time I was there. So when I came there, I was there when he came back, but Pino was still in that same block. So he went to, like, I guess he had a homeboy in there now. So he was like, you know, he was trying Pino now, like, oh, it's whatever, like running his mouth. but I didn't know they had prior beef.
Yeah.
You know, so it just went down like that or whatever, and
that's how it goes, man. The story unfolds, you know. And I've been following him too, man. He looks like a cool character, man. I can't wait to get back down to Florida and meet all y'all, man. It's crazy,
you know,
and a lot of cats out California, man. I talk on a regular basis too. I can't wait to go meet some of these dudes, man. You know, you included, man. But look, on to the next friend of yours, man. That started off, Shine, man. King Shine said,
yeah.
It started off with a little bit of a quarrel, right? And for those of y'all that don't know, Shine was is the Latin King that I had on the other day. He had a great video. Go check him out, and a great music video too. But how the hell did y'all meet up, man?
I mean, that's my dog. Like me and him were rocking, but like when we first met each other or whatnot, we was just in the dorm together at first. And then, like he said in his interview, like I met him through my homeboy Moyo, which was his brother. And he came in the dorm, I guess when he first got on the compound, he came mobbing in the dorm, meeting all of his brothers, you know, because they got to check, you know, they got to report when they first hit the compound. I guess you got certain time to report. So he came in mobbing, meeting all of his brothers on the pound, and I happened to be vibing with one at the time. So, you know, it was like, oh, this my dog Frog right here. You feel me? Blah, blah, blah. And it was like one of them, what's up, bro? You feel me? And then we ain't really chop it up.
Yeah, y'all weren't vibing just yet. Yeah.
Yeah, so the next thing you know, he got moved to my dorm a little while down the road, and he got in a fight with somebody at the center gate. Like they worked outside the gate, and when they came in the gate, they wrecked out like right at the gate. Like all the police ran up top to the front gate. He got in a fight and went to confinement. We didn't never really talk in the dorm, and then I went to confinement also for some. I don't know if I was under investigation or what it was. So I'm getting released from confinement. So while I'm getting released from confinement, here he is. He's coming in like he's in handcuffs, and he's like, you know, I guess he was going to medical or whatever. But I'm looking at him, he looking at me, but we're looking at each other crazy. Like I'm looking at him like he thinks I'm like homeboys with bro. He fought like I just knew bro, but he wasn't one of my homeboys. So I'm looking at bro, he's looking at me. And then we like just nodded, you feel me? Like, and then after we nodded, when he got out of the box, he got put in my dorm. And then once he got put in my dorm, it was like, what's up, bro? I'm like, what they do? And then that's it. We made the people whose bunk was like next to mine. We made them like move their bunk. We like paid them to get off their bunk, let him get there. And that was it. We like had our own little headquarters, and it was it. We was just rocking out left and right. Like my like when I lay on my bunk, my back door on this side is his front door. Like we was right there, both hanging out. Like that's it. Like you watch that side, I watch that side, and from there it was straight love. He really living like that. So like the things we were doing in prison, man, is like, you know, like it was just wild. I'm talking about drinking buck, getting drunk and whooping people. Like we would get in, like we was on the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, shit, those videos, ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to go check out his channel, K-Frog TV, correct?
Yeah, it's on,
K-Frog
Davey, though. K-Frog Davey is the YouTube channel.
Oh, K-Frog Davey. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm going to leave it pinned in the comment section and link below, ladies and gentlemen. But y'all got to go check it out. He has some crazy behind the scenes. Y'all were vibing for real in there, man. I'm talking about.
Everybody I fought, he fought. And everybody he fought, I fought. Like, that's just how it went. Like, if you fight him, you got to tighten me up next.
Y'all ain't lose nothing?
Nah, because at the same time, he a gang member. So he got brothers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like if it came down to that, there was a lot of like knife situations, you know, whatever, whatnot at Charlotte. And everybody knows, you know, like every time we went to confinement, they wouldn't even put us in the same quad, like in confinement. He'd be like way over there somewhere. I'd be over there where the runarounds would come, send a kite under my door. I send a kite back. If I went to confinement, he'd shoot me, he'd feed me while I'm back there. If he went to confinement, it was the same thing. Like we looked out with each other, like, and I used to tell him, you know, I don't have to rock out with you. I'm not your brother. I don't have to rock out with you. You know what I'm saying? I rock out with you because I want to. You're my dog, so I'm rocking. And then it was just like love ever since then. I still talk to him all the time. I talked to him earlier.
That's what's up, man. I can't wait to have him back on the show as well. Look.
And he went to confinement for K-Frog TV.
Yeah, and that's what I was about. That was what I was about to ask you, dog.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't put the video out there or whatnot, but he sent me a video from in confinement and was like, you know, hey man, all y'all mad at my dog because we got locked up for this or whatever. Why y'all mad? We the ones that came to jail. and he showed all the canteen I sent him while he was in confinement. Like I took care of him while he was back there. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up, bro.
So like, and then his first day out of prison, he came straight from the chain gang, straight to my hood, straight to Davey, pulled up on me, and I gave him a pair of Jordans, a black and gold pair, because he's a king. As soon as he got out, boom. And that's my dog.
That's some love right there, bro. You know, and it's hard to find stuff like that nowadays, man. You know, people get out the pen, not think twice about you, man. That's crazy. Well, tell me this, man. In a state filled and littered with gang activity.
Yeah.
What the hell, man? How the hell you ain't joined something? Why didn't you join something? Tell me a little something about it. Look, and you know, it ain't no disrespect, because I mean, I chill with a bunch of cats. Still to this day, I keep in touch with my homeboys that are affiliated with different organizations, but I never rocked with it, man. You know what I mean? Tell me, what was your main reason why you didn't do anything like that?
Well, cause like I was different. You know what I'm saying? Like you see everybody in prison, like literally 90-something% of people come home
gang banging, man.
Gang banging, but they didn't go in there gang banging. See, so to me, it's like, you know, I wouldn't want to do that. I went in there, a Eastside Davy boy, and I came out of Eastside Davy boy. And that's why everybody loved me, because I never was trying to be a gang member. I just rocked with my homeboys who was in a gang, and it just happened like that. So, like, at the end of the day, I wasn't going to be one of the ones that just came home to something. You know, I already stand for something. That's my neighborhood. And, you know, like I said before, prior times, my dad passed away. I got set up right after that. But my dad was an Eastside Davy boy, you know what I'm saying? So stands like this is in me. So I wasn't gonna come home to nothing. So like I rocked with my homeboys, and on top of that, when you come home in the chain gang, people on the streets got more rank than you off rip. See, that's what made my dog shine, you know, such up there, because he did like 2-3 prison bids banging. He was banging on the streets, and then went up the road, went through whatever, came home still banging, went up the road again. So like, you know, you don't get as much respect as you would if you came home on the streets. Yeah. So like, if I ever were to come home on anything, it'd be on the streets. But it's just, I'm just K-Frog, bro. So I just gotta, you know, if you 100 and you solid, I rock with you. I mean, I can't. And then that's just it. I wasn't gonna fall victim and just join a gang. I get into a lot of stuff. So it's like, if I join a gang, I'm getting this gang into a lot of stuff, because it's me. I get myself into things. So why would I join? And then another thing, you got to be all the way committed with it. Like it ain't
all the way, man. And that's something I knew I was not gonna be. You know?
Yeah, because I seen like there was like literally like 7 or 8 white people, like white boys, you know, that wanted to like be down. And like I was the one out of all of them that wasn't trying to be a gang member. And I seen all them boys get put on like observation or whatever. You know, they're doing through their steps to become a gang member, and they flopped. Now they're checking in. They got the gang that they're trying to be on, trying to kill them and all this. And it's like, why would I want to be one of them? I mean, as long as I keep it solid with myself and handle up myself and hold my own, I'll get respected from them all. So then that's just how I ended up doing it.
That's damn facts, bro. And, you know, you do got respect out there, man. A lot of people I talk to from Florida, man, they know you. You know what I mean? They got nothing but good stuff to say about you. And, you know, you take care of your kids. Congratulations, you got a new child too, right?
Yeah, he won now. But yeah, I had him when I had my first one, K-Frog Jr. And then 10 years later, when he turned 10, I had my other one. Like as soon as I jumped out of like my juvenile program, I had K-Frog Jr. Like literally fresh out of a juvenile program, I was 18 and I had K-Frog Jr. As soon as I got out of prison this time, I was 28. I had my new one. So they're 10 years apart.
That's what's up, man. Me and my brother, we got the same birthday, just 10 years apart. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's cool, though.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. Y'all get to celebrate it together.
Yeah. He just a little bit older than my ass. That's it. But, yeah, that's cool, man. I don't even know if I asked you this in the first interview. And this ain't going to be too long of a interview too much. It's just more of a kick it and really to let people know to go check out his channel, because he's really putting in work on it now. And, you know, he's doing things from his own perspective and talking about situations or whatever he might be doing from his own perspective. I know there's a lot of prison channels or whatever out there, and I don't think you're either going to you'll probably just be doing whatever you really feel like doing. You know, you might not even keep it all to prison. Are you going to keep it all prison related or what?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep it like Basically, yeah, mostly prison. But I got music that I haven't released also. So it's like, you know, and then
Yeah.
you see my Instagram. My
Yeah.
Instagram be popping. Everyone thinks I'm funny as hell. So I got like I got like three
You got
different things.
a bunch of different routes you could take, man. And
So,
you ain't got to lock yourself into one little thing, just you could take any kind of route you want, man. I think people will enjoy watching you regardless. I know I
yeah,
would,
that's why I have a lot of people start following me on Instagram because it's like that's where I'm really at every day.
Yeah.
Like I sent you that paintball zombie I went to. I knew you'd like that because I see your little how you
That
be
shit
playing
was
on
dope,
Twitch.
bro. That shit was dope. I see you jumping in there in Twitch realm every now and then.
Yeah, I be
That's
on
what's
there.
up, man.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I was gonna ask you something right before then. Oh yeah. I don't know if I asked you this in the beginning, man, on the first episode or not, but what do you think was probably your scariest moment out of all the times of being locked up, man? What do you think that would be?
Like the
Or
scariest?
most dangerous, scariest, whatever the case, that where you might have been like, damn, I could possibly die tonight,
Yeah, the most scariest. I mean, we went through a couple wars or whatever, but that wasn't that scary. But the most scariest for me was like, they wanted like four of us. There was four of us that they wanted to get in the cell and knife fight, like with four people we were beefing with. Like you go in a room with one, shut the door, and both have knives. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a scary situation because it's like,
yeah.
So it don't start a war between two different things that are going on, two different atmospheres or nations or whatever, So like if for instance, like if I cut somebody and he happened to be affiliated, if the war don't want to start with whoever's going to rock with me, they're going to just, they're going to say, well, look what you're trying to do. And, the first thing you always say is, well, what's up? Let's knife fight. So the war don't break out. You and bro, you cut. If he ain't take flight, if he got shipped or anything or went to or checked in or anything, his brother's going to take the fade for him. But going into the cell and knife fighting is kind of spooky to me because it's like,
damn right.
Yeah, of course he did. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but when you agree to knife fight, that's when you pull the heart out of somebody for real. That's how you know if they really bout
It's
that.
kind of like playing chicken,
it's kind of like
driving straight on to each other. First one to turn, but
it's kind of like, like, what's up? Like, I'm on that. What? And you grab your knife. Come on, get it. Like you called a bluff. You know what I'm saying? But you never know if they're gonna call that bluff because then you're so far in. It's like if you don't call that bluff, like they be like, man, hell no. You call that bluff, but that's a spooky situation to me because if that bluff ain't called, you going in there and you're rocking out.
You're going all in, dog.
I've seen it a couple times. Dudes ain't bluff. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a tricky situation, And then one of the wars I went through was kind of a little tricky, spooky situation too because it started getting dark. The times changed, so it started getting dark early. So we would go to dinner at nighttime. And like when we go to dinner at nighttime, like for like 9 days straight, 3 people wet, and it looked like a riot because
it's so dark.
We had a long walk path to go down to cut, and it's all blind spot. So you see 20, 30 people chasing each other, like trying to rock out in the blind spots. Like half the dorms weren't even going to chow, but it's so dark. It's like when you're bobbing and weaving and you walk around that corner. Like people, so that was kind of spooky to me because, it's nighttime. You got all these people running around.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
it was like that in nighttime rec. We had nighttime rec in high level prison I was in, and that shit was kind of spooky, man. It was calm. It was calm and collective to an extent because of the big ass stadium lights they have up. But there's certain spots where it's pitch black and there's just a group of dudes and you got to walk past them. You don't know what the hell they're going to do to you, man,
Yeah.
They might be feeling some kind of way. They might be doing initiations or something that night. And my ass could be getting skinned right there, skinned alive in the blind spot. So it was scary, man. I used to try to take little detours from those spots, but sometimes I had to, man. And,
See at majority of the camps I was at, traffic's one way.
Oh, okay.
It's shaped like a racetrack.
Yeah.
And there's a gate split down the middle. So if traffic's walking that way, you got to walk that way. Even if you're going like right here.
Yeah.
You can't go that way. You got to go around the whole track.
Yeah.
Just to go right here. You know what I'm saying? And then Another spooky situation when I was at Charlotte, my stomach was hurting me, right? And I was throwing up for like 4 or 5 days.
Oh,
and we
damn.
had like 2 dudes died of gut rot from the meat they were giving us.
Gut
they started
rot.
throwing up green stuff from the meat they were
What the
giving
hell
us.
is gut rot?
It's like I guess it was something with the patties. They stopped.
Is that like a real term for it?
I don't know. Everyone was just calling it gut rot. Like
Okay.
they literally like they had like a lot of like things in the chapel and had us all come there and were explaining it to us. They had like memorials for the dudes that died off of it. Like they started throwing up green stuff. So when they started throwing up green stuff, that was like mold. So it was like they called it gut rot. But I remember around that time I was throwing up for like 2-3 days. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh man, like
got the gut rot.
What? Like these dudes just passed from it and they took all the patties off the menu for a while, and then they came back with some other patties. They were white. Like it looked like a white patty. Like the meat was a white patty. Burnt on both sides, but it was like pure white. Like
it's kind of like a grilled jank. like a grilled tender from Wendy's or some shit.
But it was pure white. Like it wasn't like brown.
Like a damn. That's crazy, man.
So that was a spooky one right there too. Like, cause I'm like that. But it must have been like the buck we were drinking or whatever when we used to make buck in there.
Yeah.
So the buck, it gets you feeling right, but it messes you up the next day.
I don't like that shit, man. I've done it a couple times. It ain't my thing, man. What was I gonna say, man? I had a situation come. Oh, when my back, I was doing clean presses. It's a workout where you just throw the weight up and push it up and bring it back down.
Yeah.
My back went out on me, bro, and they didn't take me in medical. I didn't want to go in medical, but at the same time, I had a lot of food and shit, you know what I mean? And I couldn't even damn stand up, you know what I mean? The only time I could barely stand up was for count. And, man, I'll tell you what, I was a little shook, man. I thought someone was going to try to take advantage of me or steal from me or something, bro. That was a scary moment for me when my back went out, but it turned out all right. You know, sometimes health issues could be scary.
Yeah, it is. And, they ain't gonna bring you to medical like that.
Yeah, no, hell no.
Like, yeah. Like when I was at Charlotte, there was a couple dudes, and it happened like within like the same month that worked outside in the citrus squad. They used to pick oranges and stuff, and I guess they started getting hernias.
Man, yeah, I told a story about someone with a hernia.
They walk around and look like they got a ball in their shorts right here.
Yeah,
really
dude.
Their intestines that fell down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
And they'd be walking around, and you would see like it take them a good 3 weeks before they bring them. You clearly see this dude looks like he's got a basketball in his pants.
Yeah.
And y'all ain't bringing him at the outside medical.
Dude, yeah. There was a guy that had the same thing, and he used to mess around with. He would pop that jank out and pop it back in. His intestines, crazy, right? Bro. I'm like, oh, damn. I'll never get his name was Jimmy, boy. That dude is funny as hell. I wish to God I could find him now. I don't know his last name, but damn, Jimmy, if you watch this show, bro, find a way to contact me. That was the funniest dude I've ever met in my life, man. But he had to go to emergency room. He was about to die, and he almost died over that hernia, man.
They got, and then on top of that, like they don't, they half-ass it when they do stuff for you, like medical wise. Even if you go to outside,
sure.
We had an old school dude or whatever. Blood used to come out of his belly button, like blood. Like he'd literally just start bleeding, and he'd go like this and be like, "Look, there's rust." He'd show that there was rust. He got surgery done while in prison. Like this was like 20 years prior to me meeting him. He was an old dude that did like 30 years. And he'd show us his x-rays that when they cut him open years ago, they left surgical scissors in him. But throughout the years, they like tied his intestines.
Oh, so it's growing out a little bit.
No, and they couldn't remove him. They said a possible chance he could die. But from being in there, the scissors are still in him from his x-rays. The rust and blood would leak out of his stomach.
Oh, shit.
So he's like in a messed up situation. He says that he ain't got no life on the streets. He's got life in prison. So it's the only life I have for my family. Like if I have this surgery, I won't be out there. I won't be able to see my grandkids. So it's like he was in a messed up spot. But he has x-rays, literally shows you, boom, you see a pair of scissors in there. Like,
how does that shit come out the belly button though, man?
Yeah, right. Like it punctures it probably, and it leaks. And he says he has stomach pains all the time, but it's like he's scared to have the surgery. And this was from like,
that's crazy, man. Look, you just reminded me of a story that I have not told on the channel before, man. It's nasty as shit, man. Literally, keyword shit. This dude was fighting this old head, right?
Yeah.
And no one, or I didn't know about it, but he was fighting him, and dude's shirt came off, and in the process of his shirt coming off in the fight, he had a shit
Shit
bag on
bag.
him.
And it flew off.
And it came off, and the shit went all over, dude. Look, you see people running from Shanks. He ran after that shit flew on him. He's like, nah, and he was getting a better hand of him. You know what I mean? That was the most disgusting. And I didn't even know what a shit bag was until after that moment. And I said, what's everybody freaking? It's just a bag. He's like, nah, that's a damn shit bag, bro. I was like, damn, how the hell you get that? What's that for? And if, from getting shot, a lot of people get that.
Yeah.
And damn, that's crazy. I totally forgot about that story, man.
The person that I caught my charge on that I went to prison for, he has a shit bag.
Yeah,
so I had to pay the restitution off. That's what sent me to prison. It was off the restitution from him having a shit bag.
That's crazy, man. How much you had to pay on that?
28 grand.
Damn. You still paying on that shit?
Nah, I went to prison, cleaned the whole. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, let me do that time, man. I ain't got time for that 28 G's, dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's funny, man. That's what's up, man. So, there ain't really too much more I can ask you, man. We know your story. What do you think your main objective is on with the YouTube game, man? You really gonna be in it full force?
Yeah, my main objective is to like basically let everyone know the way it went down when I was there. People see the footage, but I want them to hear my story also. So I'm gonna break down the stories, let them know that, and then I want them to see, like you said earlier, a lot of people done talked about it or done it and stuff, but it's always a different way and a different route to doing it. So I can show them, things that I did and learn when I was in there, let them learn or whatever, but
yeah,
I got to do it with, hopefully I don't get in trouble for it at the same time.
Remember, you can keep it a little rough and edgy, but you got to keep it somewhat family friendly too. You know what I mean?
So
I don't want to see you getting banned or nothing, or removed, or someone flagging you and you just gone out of nowhere. But look, that's what's what I'm more interested about your channel than any others. To tell you the truth, is because you did your time like I did. You know what I mean? Yeah. I chose not to, and I could have trust and believe, but I didn't, man. And I think that's another reason why I'm drawn to you and in the way that you handle things, man. It's just because you just did you know what I mean? And you still got respected by some real cats, and that's how it was for me, man. And a lot of people out there, and it ain't a bad thing to do you.
I'm still connected with a lot that are in there too. Like my phone number is the same number I had in the prison.
That's crazy, man.
Like I left my phone number to everybody when I was leaving. It's my same number.
That's
that I was calling from one dorm to another dorm. If like this is my same number. So
yeah, this shit's crazy. And look, ladies and gentlemen, just put this into perspective for you, okay? There was this one guy. He checked out on when I was doing a bid. He checked out on a huge bill. It was a little over $500 in poker debt, right? And the dude that he owed it wasn't my homeboy, but I was in his cell. I was doing some kind of trades with him, and he told me, "Hold on, right?" The dude checked out, and everyone was talking about it. Came to his cell, told him checked out. He picked up his phone. They knew where he was going. They knew what unit he was going to. And they said it on the little card, on the little thing that you push over there. They have a little card that goes on the cart.
Yeah.
And one of the little cadre guys read it and told, he picked up the phone and said, "Yo, so-and-so's coming over there, bro. You're going to have to handle something. I'll call you back." Look, just like that, man. And dudes, they're going to be waiting for him. You know what I mean? Yeah. This shit's crazy with the cell phones.
It's like its own world, but it's easy to, same thing if you go to a different camp and all.
Yeah,
like
same damn thing.
All you need is like the person who runs, like the orderly, that runs up top with the property. They're gonna know where you're going, because property is where you go before you get shipped. Exactly. They're gonna know where you're going. They let you know where they're going. You call that camp. Yep. Hey, such and such, that's coming there right now. Boom, boom, boom. And if you got brothers over there or whatever, then it's even easier because they're gonna do it for nothing. So it's easier like that. Like I remember being on one side of the compound and we're going to war with someone that's with a group, and they're all on the other side of the compound. And I remember them calling our phone and us answering it, and we were just like, war ready. That's all we kept saying, war ready. And then we hang up. And then when it come time to go to chow, they're on one side of the gate. We're on the other side of the gate, like flagging, like showing them, like, yeah, all right. And then that's when everybody had the vests made out of OK magazines and different, the vest. So everyone had the vest, so that way it won't go through if you get hit. Stuff
there's
like
all
that.
kinds. I've seen all kinds of things. I've seen trash cans cut up, magazines, books. Whatever you get your hands on, you can make some armor out. Towels. You just wrap yourself in a bunch of freaking towels.
They used to use the fireproof blanket. They used the fireproof blanket, cut holes in it so you wear it like a torso, or whatever, and then have like you get pockets and put all magazines in it and wrap yourself with saran wrap, like full blown war ready.
Yeah, that shit's wild, man. Prison is definitely a crazy place, ladies and gentlemen. But look, you got any shout outs you want to say before we dip on out?
I mean, shit.
Shout out your social media, if anything.
All right, y'all just look at my Instagram, kfrog_100. Then I got the YouTube starting to pop. As y'all see, I be on there every once in a while. That's kfrog Davey.
What was the last video you did? Was it a battery pack?
The last video?
Yeah.
Nah, the last video I did, I just told my first part of my story. Like
okay.
Me going to prison, me going through the reception centers.
Okay.
And all that or whatnot. And then the next one, I'm going to drop my first day at Calhoun CI. I'm going to let them know how it is when I first hit my main camp, my permanent camp. But shout out to Pino. I got to shout Pino out and my dog Shine. I got to shout them out because they've been on the show or whatever. So it's like, they're my dogs right there. I fought with them 1,000.
That's what's up, bro.
Just my Instagram and my YouTube channel.
I got you, dog. I'm going to leave all that stuff pinned in the comment section for y'all to go check out.
And they be ready for Volume 3.
Volume 3 of K-Frog TV, ladies and gentlemen.
I sent you some clips of it already.
Yeah. And look, how long do you think it will be? How long of a video is it, you think?
Well, I actually used it on an app just to test it out. And it's only like 13, 14 minutes. But that's still pretty long.
That's a decent little video. You know what I mean?
It is. You know what I'm saying? So I got that one or whatever. But like I said in one of my videos, I got like 3 people in it that I want them to come home first. But they come home this year. So it can't be that much longer. So, and then that's it.